Hi, I'm Andrew.
And I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Kevin.
And this is the News from the Real World podcast, here to discuss articles about the entertainment industry that you can find at cmuptm.blogspot.com. And our first article in this session is about a fake street sign from the Creators Project. It's a blog about different art that's going on, I guess. I don't know.
Well,
Art, tech.
Yeah, it's from Vice.
Media.
It's from Vice's website. Who also does? I mean, they do a lot of art coverage, and then they also do like real things now.
Creators Project is a collaboration between Vice and Intel.
Right, but
it's
it's
like
on
art.
the yeah. So there you go. It's a collab.
The author's name is Emerson Rosenthal, and it's talking about a installation piece that an artist named Richard Ankrum did back in 2002. I'm not sure why. The article really didn't talk at all about why this was coming up now.
I'm very confused by that. Yeah.
But back in the day, in 2002, Mr. Angstrom was having trouble finding his exit on the highway in Los Angeles.
Highway 5 North.
Yeah, because 5 North wasn't on the sign or whatever, so he took it upon himself, a sign maker himself by trade, to make the North 5, Interstate 5 decal and go up and put it on the sign one day, just to, just to make it easier for everybody.
Yeah.
What is art about that?
I know what you're
explain
saying.
it to me.
I feel like, because this could have been done by a conceptual artist, like Richard Ankrum, or it could have been done by a crazy person.
Or a totally logical sane person.
Right,
I want to
someone
point out.
who's
It makes perfect sense.
I need to put this sign up so everyone knows.
It's one of those things where it's like, it's art if I say it's art.
It makes so much sense that the California Highway Department ended up putting up their own sign.
Yeah, they took it down, and then 8 years later they
put up the
exact same thing. The exact same thing. And I'm glad you pointed out the fact that he is a sign trader by trade. If you watch, or sign painter by trade, if you watch the video where he's making it, he knows how to make signs. He's making it. He's like fabricating the sign with aluminum. He's treating it correctly. Like with these, he's spraying, he's stenciling, like he's using actual reflectors. It's not like a fake. It's not an airsoft sign. It's a sign.
So to me, the thing that makes this not art, honestly, is that it seems like what he's doing is using art as a shield to say because he's a sign maker, A.
Yeah.
B, he really wanted to have this on his things because he was missing his exit. He had a problem, and he had a unique position. He was in a unique position to solve his own problem.
But
he's a sign painter, so he did it. And then he actually the article talks a lot about how he sort of thought through the legal process too, and was like, oh, the only thing they can really nab me for is for trespassing.
And defacing property.
And defacing property.
Which he says are both misdemeanors and would likely lead to public service, which is what he was doing in the beginning, in the first place. So it comes full circle, and I think that is really.
And he called that part of his conceptual art.
Yeah, no, and I agree. I think that's actually where the art comes in. No. Because
that's fine. It's fine. You can have your opinion.
If that had happened, if he'd gone through that legal process and that had actually come to fruition, I think that is part of the piece. I think the reason that this kind of feels like, I don't know, the question of is it art is stupid, but the reason it kind of feels to me like not art is because when he did it, it was a purely utilitarian, pragmatic thing, and I feel like if he had gone through the trial proceedings and made that into a sort of performance art piece that then led to community service, I feel like that is more like art than actually just putting up the sign.
It feels like art to me though. I mean, it is one of those he says it's art, so it's art. So I'm considering it within that box and I'm thinking, why is this art? And the reason, I wrote this down was that it brought up the question to me of who are the people that we're allowing to control this infrastructure? And how incompetent are they? Because he's bringing this point up. I mean, he's putting this thing up that's hey guys, shouldn't you be doing your job better? And then they're taking it down actively. It takes them years to put it back up to do the same thing that this artist did. Yeah. So for me, it was that. It's who is controlling your world? Who's controlling your signage? And what happens when you start to mess with it, even in a way that is pragmatic, that is helpful. So for me, that's what it brought up. Maybe I'm grasping at straws. But
that's the most convincing argument so far. The legal defense argument doesn't. I don't buy that at all.
Okay, well,
I don't think.
I
Well,
don't
because
care.
who's it? Who
He's-
is he? A sign painter and conceptual artist, or is he like a performance artist? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever, he's both.
He is. Did you watch
But
the
if
video?
you're everything, you're nothing.
Did you watch
Oh,
the video?
shut up.
Where he's like, did you watch the video? Where he's
Yeah.
like, where he has his truck and he's like putting the sign on that like says he's part of he's part of a construction company. I also
You can
thought-
get away with a lot of things in this
Oh
world,
my
by the way,
God.
with an orange vest and all
Right.
that.
Costume,
That's
man.
what Banksy
That's
said
so
about
important.
like whenever he would go out and tag, like he'd always just put an orange vest on, and people just think that you're like a city worker.
Totally.
So
No.
smart.
So, yeah.
I think that noise means that we're moving on.
We're
to our
moving
next article.
on. That noise.
Yeah.
We did that one. It was
Yeah.
good. Now we're gonna talk
It's a
about.
brilliant segue
Very
into.
good into something about Michael Jordan. I created Michael Jordan's last shot in a room made of 10 million
LEDs.
LEDs. It's by Sean O'Keefe from The Verge, which I had to figure out what this is, but it's It was founded in 2011 in partnership with Vox Media. It covers the intersection of technology, science, art, and culture. So like news, I guess, commentary, articles.
I don't know what Vox Media is.
That's why I looked it up. But it's, I mean, basically their mission statement is the same as The Verge's. So basically they want to cover interesting things that are interesting to them.
In technology specifically.
Technology, science, art, and culture, but mainly a focus on technology. This article, it basically was images and an account of this guy going into a playable, life-size half court made of LED screens, half court I should say, a half basketball court, made of LED screens created by Nike's Jordan brand for its 30th anniversary. So basically this guy was going into this room made of LED screens and he was recreating, or anyone could do it, I guess. You could go in and
Right.
recreate like a couple of his famous jump shots. I won't go into what those are, maybe dunks. I don't know anything about basketball. A dunk is like when you...
Yeah, when you
like
jump
bas-
up. Yep, and you right
I
like,
totally-
just like that. But these were two
totally
jump
get
shots, one from his college career and one from his NBA career with the Bulls.
Listen to Andy. He's
so,
got it.
so yeah, basically, if you look at the article, you see this picture. It's the floor and three walls, the 4 and 3 walls of LED screens. With the 3 walls have like an audience, sort of like an arena audience.
Yeah.
Really poorly done, kind of, honestly.
I thought it looked great. I mean,
It's a
looks
two-dimensional flat. It looks so flat.
It
Yeah.
looks fake, but
Right,
it looks
which-
kind of amazing.
I don't care. I
didn't
kind
want
of
them
love
to.
that
You didn't
about
want
it.
them to even like. I thought that the one thing they could have done that would make this a lot more believable or interesting was if they had actually tilted those screens back at least.
I could see
So
that.
that the vantage was sort of like drawing away from you. In the corner, you basically have
Yeah.
an image of people that are like sitting on a tiered terraced kind of audience.
The corner looks odd.
But they're like turned up like this. It looks
Yeah.
it looks
I don't
terrible.
know. It didn't bother me so much because like if I'm
The
in the
media
room, like
designer.
I know I'm not actually surrounded by an audience. I kind of liked the flatness and
Yeah.
the boxiness.
Yeah,
of the
because
whole
you're an
thing.
artist. But this is the people, it's supposed to be this real life feeling event.
Yeah.
And they've got like 3 or 4 guys and girls on the
Real-
court with you, like trying to block your shot.
They
and
also
stuff.
have a live announcer, a real crowd cheering and booing, which for me, that was the thing that made me kind of perk up, because it was like, how many people are cheering, like behind these screens?
Right.
Could you not
All
have
the
just
Utah
had a
fans
real...
are booing.
Could you not have had a real crowd, though? That's what I was thinking, like, how big is the crowd who's booing in real time?
No,
I
that's
imagine
hilarious
it's-
though. That's hilarious if you have like an actual crowd and you just like show
Right,
a bigger
like a
crowd of
fake
people.
crowd, I
It's
guess.
so great.
Yeah.
I assumed that
It's
the
very
crowd.
funny.
I assumed that the crowd was just the rest of the people waiting to do it next.
Oh.
But maybe that's not.
that
Maybe
could be
that's
it.
not true.
Well, it seems expensive to hire a crowd, so that could absolutely be true.
Well, AKQA would know. This is the company that I looked up their website. They're a sort of an experiential marketing company, like a lot of companies popping up these days, where Nike hired them essentially to create this immersive experience for people to come in and do something fantastic and like remember the moment that Nike was everything to the world, which was 1988 or whatever this Jordan jump
like
shot
the
was.
year I was born.
Right.
It's funny.
so-
I usually find these kind of like
But you loved it.
spectacle like
you
installations
loved it.
just totally dumb and superfluous, but I thought this was so cool.
Yeah, like it actually. What I liked about the media design, I thought the floor was really
Was-
kind of awesomely
yeah.
done.
Yeah,
And
because
it-
I
and it,
like people can't see the pictures, but like the entire floor and 3 walls around you are covered in LEDs.
Yeah,
it's like you're
holodeck. Yeah. And
They
the
said,
cool thing too is that the floor has this green marker on it that you're supposed to follow. You dribble the basketball and fall around, and then like you hit this spot that you're supposed to take the jump shot at,
Right.
which nobody ever makes, I'm sure.
I'm sure no one makes it. Yeah. They also covered a thing you could do where you could like replicate his jump shot like in a different stage, and or his dunks. That's what
Not that wasn't
Dunks.
Air Jordan. That wasn't Michael Jordan's dunks, but
Oh,
yes.
it's someone else's dunks where they've like lowered the basket, which I thought was very funny. I was like,
Yeah, you
I'm
get to-
just like him, and it's
Yeah,
like
and
5
this-
feet off the ground.
And yeah, in this photo, like the basket is like.
He's like,
But you get to
So,
dunk, and it's
love
a camera array that does like a 3D capture of your
Yeah.
moves.
which is pretty
Of
fun.
your moves, which mine would be amazing if I ever got there. I couldn't even hit that like
Very
2-foot
good.
ring, basically.
No.
All right, our last article for the
Evening.
evening from Saturday Night Live about wigs.
Well, it's from a lore.
Yeah, it's called Saturday Night Live's Wig Secrets. It's by Kate Sullivan. This is going to be salacious. It's from Allure's Daily Beauty Reporter. And it's an interview with SNL's Saturday Night Live's head hairstylist, Betty Rogers, who's a tenured vet of the show.
Love you, Betty.
Love her so much. Do you know her?
No.
Oh, I thought that seemed
It was
genuine.
personal, yeah.
He's going to be an actor.
I feel like I know her.
I do. Now I do. But she designs, handles the wigs for Saturday Night Live. She talks about how important they are in somebody assuming a character, talks about the storage of them, the making of them, and how they transform.
The
characters.
inglorious storage, I will say.
What? Okay, can I say, they say in this article that they put all of the wigs in 1-gallon bags and put them in filing cabinets, and I was
Trash
like,
bags.
that's heaven. That's heaven.
Yeah.
That's what heaven is.
Just
heaven
like
is
just
a
like
filing
a
cabinet
room.
full of wigs.
A room full of filing cabinets. Full of
Yeah, they make-
in 1-gallon bags.
Beautiful.
They make 3 to 5 a week, which would, over the 30-year run of...
They make
Saturday-
them?
Okay, that's
Wait,
what
I
they
missed
say.
that bit.
No, they do.
make them?
They
She
they
did
do
say
say
that within
they
their
make
budget,
them.
they get they can do 3 to 5 a week. That's
And
something
I-
that they always do.
Well, and I do want to say like that they say they make them in 3 to 5. They say they make 3 to 5 a week, and making a wig is incredibly time consuming. So when they say make, I wonder what they mean. Because if you're actually ventilating a wig, you're crocheting a wig hair by hair. It's like making a rug. Your hair.
Really?
It takes forever. So I was like, you're not making
sounds
5
like hell on
wigs.
earth.
It's completely crazy. So I was like, maybe they're actually like assembling them from different parts, or they're adding.
They're
you
just
can't-
dyeing them and cutting them or something.
And you can't add like like if you have a wig back here and you add a lace
Well-
front here to alter the hairline, that would be doable in a week.
Well,
Like, alter the
okay,
wig.
so to be fair, that's probably mostly what they do, because
Maybe.
another thing they talked about in the interview a lot was the fact that there are repeats a bunch. So like
Yeah.
the wig for Shakira is the same as Kesha's.
Kesha. Also,
Oh my
are you gonna say the
God.
next one? That the wig for Stefan used to be a Dave Matthews wig.
So
You
who's
heard it
Stefan?
here first.
Guess what?
But
That's
who's
so
Stefan?
amazing. You don't know who Stefan
What?
is? Can you do the hands? Do an impression.
Why are you asking me?
Because I can't do it properly, and it's nothing. It's not specific.
You're
to you.
racist.
I'm racist. Okay.
You're
Just do it. You know that you know it.
Wait.
Anyway, okay,
You're
so
almost doing it all
before
already.
we get completely off
Dude, he just
topic,
did it! He just did it!
before we get
Oh, wait,
completely
you
off
did?
topic,
You
let's
mean
bring
this?
it back.
Yeah.
Oh wait, okay, I remember. The hottest club is Spa.
Okay, now I now remember who Stefan
I
is.
told you he could do it.
So
I hate you for that.
yeah, they have about 1,000 wigs on file, which I never never occurred to me that they would have to have 1,000 wigs. I wonder
Me
how
neither.
it made me wonder how many shoes they have. That was my first thought.
2,000.
You're a freak. I loved the bit at the end where Betty was talking about how she knows like the intimate details and measurements of all these different celebrities' heads.
Yeah.
Because like there's a very specific head apparently that looks good in a wig.
Oh, she did talk about the forehead.
Yeah.
So a forehead is ideal. 3 and 5 is not great. So You're not ideal.
You're a 5
You're a
head.
5 head.
I'm a
Kevin's
4.
he's ideal.
So,
What am I
yeah.
doing?
I think you're a 4.
6 or 7.
I'm a 4.
And you also have a
Dare
nice.
you.
You also have a nice. Well, you have a heart-shaped face.
Yeah, mine's not.
Mine's not perfect oval. So like perfect oval
Ovals are
apparently
ideal.
is like ideal for wigs. Because she was talking about how like some people like completely transform when you put a wig on them. Some people just like still look like them but in a wig.
Yeah, like amazingly, one of their favorite wig shapes is Kristen Wiig. So think about that.
Yep. If you're named
Perfect.
Wig, you probably can wear a wig.
Or if you're a member of the
Who's
wig
the
party.
guess?
Also.
And we are out of time, unfortunately. I can't believe that it went by so quickly.
Checking your
can't
watch.
either.
But we'll be back next week with more news from the real world for you to digest. And in the meantime, please do check out cmuptm.blogspot.com. We'll be back all with our own handmade wigs next week. I think we should all try to make that happen, no matter how long it takes us. Thesis be damned. And thank you very much for joining us. Again, I'm Andrew.
I'm Caitlin.
I'm Kevin.
And adios!
Bye!